Well, hello guys. New city, new destination. Where are we?
Bratislava, Slovakia.
We sure are.
Yeah.
Most people only come here on a day trip because the city is 1 hour away from Vienna.
Yeah.
However, we have booked ourselves in Bratislava for a full week, so we've been enjoying this beautiful city. And in this video, we're gonna show you guys 10 things to do in Bratislava.
So let's get started.
Let's go.
Our first stop was Devin Castle, which is located in Devin, a borough of Bratislava. This is the one attraction we visited that was a little bit further from the old town, a 30-minute bus ride to be precise, but it was worth it.
So guys, we have arrived. There we have Devin Castle up on a hill. What do you think, Sam?
Looks impressive. We just gotta climb up it now.
Yeah. So we now have our tickets in hand. It was €4 per person, cash only. And yeah, now we're walking up the hill towards the castle, and they have lots of animals. Look, a donkey friend.
Hey donkey.
Hello donkey.
Donkey says hi.
Well, so there's lots of sheep up ahead. And yeah, let's see who else we can meet. Devin Castle is a ruined castle that sits on Slovak territory at the confluence of the Danube and Morava rivers. You can see Austria just across the river, and on a clear day as far as Hungary. And at the top of the castle, it would appear there's a small exhibition. Well, hello there. We are in between castle visits. We just finished visiting Devin Castle. Next up is Bratislava Castle. But first, we need lunch. What's the plan?
Well, we've worked up a ridiculous appetite doing all that walking. So we are just gonna try to find somewhere to eat nearby this new castle. So we're just wandering around, and we're gonna hopefully find a place really soon.
More Slovak food. Let's go.
We ate at a restaurant called Modra Hviezda, which is located at the base of Bratislava Castle. The back of the restaurant feels a bit like a cave, so it was super cozy, but most importantly, the food was wonderful.
Oh my goodness, a behemoth of a portion showed up at the table. I was expecting, you know, like little pork medallions, something small. And instead, I have this giant pork chop covered in like crushed walnuts. And it comes with a honey mustard sauce. And I also have roasted potatoes.
Oh,
this is
so
huge,
good.
my goodness. So
good.
let's try to dig in. I think I'm gonna like cut off a smaller piece so it's more manageable. Oh my gosh, look at how thick that is.
And that's not even a small piece yet. You're probably gonna have to cut that again.
Yes. A little bit of that. And get it in the sauce, some walnuts.
Take it for a swim.
Wow. Pork and honey mustard. That's amazing.
Is it good?
And this was listed under the traditional dishes section.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to be trying this. And this is your main.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about
So
it.
my traditional like Slovak main over here is it's rabbit leg.
Yeah.
And then on this part, this side, I don't know if you can see it, we've got wild mushrooms.
Yeah.
And a wine sauce. And then we have dumplings.
Some potato dumplings.
Potato dumplings. And these are thick. Heavy.
They look like little pancakes.
Yeah, they do. So I'm gonna grab a bit of that.
And Sam chose this just because he read red wine sauce, and he was like,
Yeah, I'm going in.
give me the wine sauce.
Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of that and a little bit of the dumpling. So I've got a little bit of everything going on. Oh man. I love that.
Alright, so dessert has arrived, and once again, it looks completely different from what I was expecting.
We ordered poppy seed dumplings, so I thought maybe like pierogi filled with poppy seed. But the dumplings, it's like this like wormy shape, I would say. And then you have poppy seed powder on top.
Yeah, you gotta really coat them.
Look at that, they're like little worms.
That looks so cool.
So let's try one.
Is it good?
It kind of reminds me of gnocchi a little bit. Yeah.
Is the poppy seed sweet?
Yeah. That's like mixed in with sugar. That's good. And look, it's starting to melt.
Oh. Get in there.
That's pretty nice.
Is it a hot dessert?
Yeah, it's served warm. What's this here? Oh, just more noodles.
I've never had anything like this.
I know, me neither. This is like the base for it, like the dumpling. And you could use it for something savory or something sweet. It just depends on what you add on top, really. I have a feeling I'm gonna have like black stuff all over my teeth afterwards.
You're doing all right.
I'm gonna be speaking like this.
So time to wrap that up. That was not a cheap meal. It was 42 euros. Oh, it was good. It was like just gourmet food. With bellies full, we began the slow climb towards Bratislava Castle. Built in the 9th century and modified over the centuries many times over, this 4-towered castle sits perched on a hill overlooking the Danube River. It's a beautiful walk to reach the castle, and while we personally preferred the ruins of Devin Castle a bit more, Bratislava Castle is still a cool spot to visit. You get nice views over the old town, plus you have the Slovak National Museum and the Baroque gardens on the north side of the palace.
The following morning, we set out to explore the old town, but first, we stopped at a cafe for a decadent breakfast.
We're at Mondieu.
Yeah, apparently this is one of the best places to have breakfast here in Bratislava.
And cakes.
And cakes as well. Yeah, they have a great looking cake display. Yeah, they basically have a very, I would say, a very diverse menu.
Ooh, pancakes, French toast, omelets. All right, so the drinks are here, and we both got the cafe latte macchiato with chocolate. Look at this thing of beauty. Look at those layers in there. Oh my goodness.
I know, it's so big.
And they've got these cute little sugar packs.
It's so big.
This. Oh. Actually, I don't even know if we need sugar, so I'm gonna try it first.
I have a feeling we won't, especially me. You may still want some, but
Ooh, oh my gosh, that's so thick.
it's like almost looks like a milkshake.
Wow, it kind of is.
Is it?
It's like a warm latte milkshake. Like, it's so frothy and rich. Like, the glass is coated in melted milk chocolate, basically.
Man.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Breakfast is here, and it looks amazing. I ordered the scrambled eggs with parmesan and baby spinach, and it's one of those meals that I'm just gonna have to eat super quickly before it gets cold because it's actually quite chilly outside. Ooh. Parmesan mixed in with scrambled egg.
Yeah, good idea.
That was a very good idea indeed. Oh my gosh.
Oh, when I saw this on the menu, it just looks so colorful and good. My napkin's blowing off. So I'm basically getting 2 pieces of toast.
Yeah.
One of them has, like, I guess would be an original hummus.
Yeah.
And this over here is beetroot hummus with pomegranate sprinkled on top.
Yeah.
And
So this is definitely not your average Slovak breakfast at all.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try some, and I want to make sure I get some of the pomegranate seeds.
All right.
Oh my god, that's good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And since this place specializes in chocolates, cakes, and baked goods, Sam could not resist getting a slice of cheesecake.
The fruit cheesecake just looked too good, and it's like time for a bit of confession time. It's actually 12:05 right now. This is about as late of a breakfast as you can possibly have.
Yeah, because at what time did the little prince wake up?
I stayed up till 3:30 in the morning last night. So
Anyways, he woke up at like 9:30. So
eating chocolate and wine. So that
never a good idea.
Not a great idea. I had trouble going to sleep. Anyways, let's try this.
Cake. He's rolling it around in his tongue.
Yeah, that was a good decision to get this. So it came to 18 euros total, and I thought that was a really good deal because we ended up basically getting 3 food items, 2 breakfast mains plus cheesecake, and we got like the 2 most premium types of coffees that were on the menu.
Fancy.
Yeah, they were the most expensive on the menu, and it was well worth it though. So yeah, this was just a wonderful place to go. I'd highly recommend coming here. You could come for breakfast. You could also come in the middle of the afternoon for a really nice snack as well. Bratislava's old town is very compact, so it's easy to explore on foot and cover most of the sites in one day. We went on our own do-it-yourself tour, finding all sorts of interesting statues and hitting up a few major landmarks along the way.
So next up we are going to visit St. Martin's Cathedral, and we've been seeing it from the exterior like every single day.
Yeah, every single day, and last night I saw it from the UFO, like way
right,
up
the bridge.
high. So I've had really good perspectives of it, and finally we're actually gonna go in.
Go in.
No success.
It's our last day in the city. We left this till the very last moment, and now we can't go in because there's a wedding going on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
so I guess we'll never know what the interior of the church looks
How
like.
about congratulations to the bride and groom?
Congratulations, I suppose.
Whoever they are.
And we are now going to visit the Blue Church. I don't know if it looks more like a wedding cake or a gingerbread house, but it's all painted blue and it looks like it's covered in frosting, so let's go in.
The Blue Church is located on Bezruchova Street, which is about a 10 or 15 minute walk from the old town. It's designed in the Art Nouveau style, and though the church was closed when we visited, we were still able to peek through the gates.
And much like the Eiffel Tower when it was first built, locals in Bratislava like to say the best view of their city is from the UFO bridge because you can't see the UFO bridge. But whether it's architecturally compatible or not, we can't deny that you get some amazing views of Bratislava, especially if you visit as the sun goes down. You can either pay €7.40 to visit the observation deck or go to the UFO bar for sunset drinks.
And while you're down by the river, you can either enjoy a stroll along the Danube or go on a sightseeing cruise.
Now for one more restaurant meal that we really enjoyed in the city, allow us to introduce you to Prašná bašta. This is another cozy restaurant located at basement level, and we had another wonderful meal to share with you guys.
So here we go. My main is here, and I went for a traditional Slovak dish. Can't pronounce the name. It's a little too complicated for me, but basically it's a potato gnocchi made with Slovak sheep's cheese, and it also has some bacon on top. So this looks really nice.
Big chunks of bacon on top.
Oh yeah, look at that.
They are not skimping out at all. At all.
That's really good.
Is it?
It's a bit of a salty cheese, so it gives it a bit of seasoning, and the bacon is nice and crispy. So yeah, if you like strong flavored cheese, this is quite good. Sam ordered himself some kind of stuffed potato and zucchini pancake.
This looks so good. I just gotta show you guys how big this is. My hand for comparison, like this is big.
It's massive.
It's massive. It is massive.
So you want to tell us what's in there?
Yes. So inside we have pork and beef tenderloin in a paprika sauce.
Ooh la la.
And you were going to tell us about the outer layer.
Yeah, so the pancake I already mentioned, it's made with potato and zucchini.
Yeah.
So it has a bit of a darker color.
Ooh, this looks good. Kind of already reminds me of like the consistency of like a pork cult style goulash. So, oh my gosh, this is going to be good, I bet. Oh, wow.
What do you think?
It's just the dish I was looking for. Oh my gosh, that's good. That meat is so tender and like rich. Like the paprika sauce is really flavorful. And it's like a rich gravy sauce. But what I really like about this too is the pancake complements it perfectly because there's obviously a lot of zucchini put in there. It gives it a little bit of extra like juiciness.
Okay.
Which is so cool. So that was €35. That included 2 glasses of wine, 1 appetizer, 2 mains, and a dessert to share. So yeah, it wasn't a cheap meal, but we knew that going in. We wanted something that was really good quality, and we sure got that here. portions were generous too, and just everything was delicious. There wasn't anything that we ordered that we didn't love. It's hockey night in Slovakia, so we're gonna catch a tram and we're gonna go to a professional KHL game. That's a continental hockey.
What's KHL?
It's basically like a Russian and European league, and it's probably the second best league in the whole world behind the NHL. So it's gonna be really good hockey, and I'm pumped to go watch a game.
It is time for Sam's special speech about hockey.
Yes, I want to give a shout out to one of my favorite Slovak players of all time. In fact, he may be one of the greatest ever, Marian Hossa. He's just retiring this year, and he played for the Chicago Blackhawks, my favorite team.
Your favorite team? Oh my gosh.
And had he not joined the team, I don't think they would have won those 3 Stanley Cups that they have recently. He was that good of a player. He's one of only 2 players from Slovakia that have broken 1,000 points in the NHL. In my opinion, he's the best player ever from this country. So a big shout out to him. Hope he has a good retirement.
Lastly, transportation in Bratislava is super cheap and affordable. They sell time tickets so you can pay based on how long you're traveling for. The cheapest tickets were for a 15-minute ride at 70 cents and went up from there.
And that's a wrap for our trip to Bratislava. While we can see the appeal of doing this as a day trip from Vienna, we loved having the extra time to really enjoy the city, try out some great restaurants, and make it to some of the further attractions like Devin Castle. If you have a few days to spare, this is a great little capital to visit. Now you guys know the drill. If there are any other things to do in Bratislava that we may have missed, feel free to share your suggestions with fellow travelers in the comments below. Wishing you happy travels, and until next time.